Imagine doing everything right. You save money, you avoid unnecessary spending, you follow the advice your parents gave you, and yet you're getting poorer every single year. Not because you're careless, but because the system has changed and nobody told you. Let's say you save $10,000. It feels responsible, it feels safe, it feels like you're doing the right thing. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That same $10,000 is silently losing value every single day. You don't see it happening, you don't feel it instantly, but it's real. Groceries cost more than they did last year. Rent keeps rising. Healthcare is becoming more expensive. Gas prices fluctuate but trend upward over time. And while your bank balance stays exactly the same, your purchasing power is shrinking. That's the part most people don't understand. The number in your account doesn't matter as much as what that number can actually buy. And that is going down. This is called inflation, but most people misunderstand it. Inflation is not just about prices going up, it's about your money becoming weaker. It's like holding ice in your hand. It looks the same at first, but slowly, silently, it melts. If inflation is 4% and your savings account gives you 1% interest, you're not gaining anything. You're losing 3% of your money's value every single year. That means after a few years, your money might look the same, but it will buy significantly less. Let that sink in. You're not saving money, you're slowly burning it, just in a way that feels safe and invisible. Now look around at real life in the United States. Rent in major cities has gone up dramatically over the past few years. Even in smaller towns, housing costs are rising. Grocery bills that used to feel manageable now feel noticeably heavier. Insurance premiums keep increasing. Education costs continue to climb. Even basic services cost more than before. But your savings account? It barely moves. Most traditional savings accounts still offer returns that are lower than real inflation. So, while you think you're being disciplined and safe, you're actually falling behind without realizing it. The real issue here is not just financial, it's psychological. We were taught from a young age that saving money equals security. Save for a rainy day, save for the future, save to feel safe. And that advice made sense in a different economic era. But in 2026, saving without a strategy is not security, it's stagnation, because money sitting still is money losing power. The system has evolved, but the advice hasn't. And that gap is costing people their financial future. The biggest mistake people make today is confusing saving with growing. Saving is about preservation. Growing is about expansion. These are two completely different games. Average people focus on saving money. They feel good seeing their bank balance increase slowly. But wealthy people focus on moving money. They understand that money is not supposed to sit. It's supposed to flow, to work, to multiply. They put their money into assets, stocks, businesses, real estate, index funds, because these things have the potential to grow faster than inflation. Think about it this way. If your money is sitting in a bank account earning minimal interest, it's like having an employee who shows up to work every day and does nothing. But when you invest your money, it's like hiring that employee and putting them to work. Now your money is generating more money. That's the difference between staying in place and moving forward. Now at this point, a lot of people feel resistance. The immediate thought is, investing is risky. And yes, investing does come with risk. Markets go up and down. There is uncertainty. But here's the truth that most people avoid. Not investing is also a risk, and in many cases, it's a bigger one. Because doing nothing guarantees that inflation will slowly erode your wealth. At least investing gives your money a chance to grow and stay ahead. The real risk is not volatility. The real risk is losing purchasing power over time and not even realizing it. The real risk is waking up years later and realizing that your safe strategy quietly failed you. That's what makes this dangerous. It doesn't feel like a mistake while it's happening. In 2026, the rules of money have changed. It's no longer enough to just save money. You have to make your money work. Your money should be earning, growing, compounding, even when you're sleeping. Because if your money isn't working, it's weakening. That's the new reality. Compounding is one of the most powerful forces in finance. When your money starts generating returns, and those returns start generating their own returns, growth accelerates over time. It starts slow, almost invisible, but over years, it becomes massive. This is how wealth is actually built. Not through saving alone, but through consistent growth. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop saving completely. Saving still has a role. It provides stability, liquidity, and protection in emergencies. But saving should not be your entire strategy. It should be the foundation, not the final plan. The problem is when people stop at saving and never move to the next step. A smarter approach is balance. Keep some money in cash for emergencies, something you can access quickly when needed. But beyond that, your money should not just sit idle. It should be allocated in a way that allows it to grow over time. Even small, consistent investments can make a big difference when given enough time. Another important shift is mindset. Instead of asking, how much can I save? Start asking, how can I make my money grow? That one question changes everything. It moves you from a defensive position to an offensive one, from protection to expansion. And here's something even more important. Time matters more than timing. Most people wait for the perfect moment to invest, but that moment rarely comes. The market is unpredictable. But time in the market has historically been more powerful than trying to predict it. The earlier you start, the more compounding works in your favor. There's also a hidden cost to waiting. Every year you delay investing is a year of lost growth. And unlike money, time cannot be recovered. This is why starting small today is better than waiting to start big later. Let's bring this back to reality. Imagine two people. One saves money consistently but never invests. The other saves a little but consistently invests over time. After several years, the difference between them is not small, it's massive. Not because one worked harder, but because one understood how money actually works in the modern world. The system rewards movement, not stillness. It rewards those who understand that money is a tool, not something to be stored away indefinitely. And the longer you operate under outdated rules, the further behind you fall. So here's a simple way to think about it going forward. Save for safety, but invest for growth. Protect your money, but also multiply it. Don't let it sit idle for too long. Give it direction. Give it purpose. Make it work for you. Because at the end of the day, the goal is not just to have money. The goal is to have money that grows, adapts, and keeps up with the world around you. The goal is to maintain and increase your purchasing power over time, not lose it quietly. Saving money used to make you feel safe, and emotionally, it still does. But financially, in today's economy, it can actually make you slow. And in a fast-moving world, being slow is dangerous. Because slow means falling behind. Slow means missing opportunities. Slow means losing value without noticing. So the real question is not whether saving is good or bad. The real question is, what is your money doing right now? Is it working for you, or is it quietly losing value while you feel safe? Because if your money isn't growing, it's disappearing. And the longer you ignore that reality, the more it costs you.